There were so many Havergos just looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like it can't shout. I'm getting even 4-2-3, I'm like a calm cow. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game even though I spite. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman. Cause I go in and get the job done. You see me moving like a hitman.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs. He's had epic battles with... It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. This guy was sparring with world champions like Triple G at just 15 years old and holding his own. In fact, he turned pro at the age of 16 years old.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? And he just missed with that left jab. And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. Perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That uppercut just missed. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowds. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice defense on that left uppercut. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What about Jacobs in that last round? After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
Come on, let him back.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Well done with that counter shot. Counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
The reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight. A counter punch is smart.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
punches. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Beautiful counter punch. A straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Back out there and win.
Yes, I like that round. Did I feel good? Good man.
There, I need you to win this round.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punching. That punch landed. This with that jab. Good counter punch. That punch lands. Fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Exchange here from both men. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. That counter punch caught him clean. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to straighten him.
The Mexican Monster is down. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? miss with that left hook. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. And there's the bell for round 5. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Stamina is off the charts. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to do...
And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen, now it's time for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter shot. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. The Mexican Monster's in trouble. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round.
Your mind back on the job.
There's the bell for round 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter. Is he going to punch himself out, though? He threw a punch and just got countered. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
That jab doesn't score. Just misses right uppercut. Counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. They threw the hook. It didn't land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. And a round that seemed like... Here we go. It's round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Punch, counter punch. A straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Catch and shoot. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. David Benavidez in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out. Round 8, and we're off again. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get...
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even...
You all right?
You heard that right, ladies.